Welcome back, everyone, to Video Game History Time Warp Randomizer, the show where we spin the wheel of time and land on a random year in video game history. I'm your host, Jeremy from Video Gamers Oasis, and today we're dialing the clock back 2 years to explore 2024, a year filled with indie creativity, VR experimentation, remasters, strategy revivals, cozy sims, arcade throwbacks, and some truly unexpected releases. In today's episode, we'll be looking at Nyanvi, Airy Stone Age, Cove Chrome, Turlock Holmes, Demonio, Garden Life, Solium Infernum, School Girlfriend, 502's Arcade, Game Center CX, Areno no Chuju 1+2 Replay, Lunaria Virtualized Moonchild, Pacific Drive and Pacific Drive Deluxe Edition, Stranger Things VR, Yohane, the Parlion, Numazu in the Mirage, Shin Chan, Shiro and the Coal Town, and many more from this packed February release window. But before we jump into today's time warp destination, it's quiz time.
10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Video quiz number 4. All right, listeners, let's test your memory from episode 4, our previous episode last week. Trivia Challenge segment, 2002 edition. Question number 1. Which Dutch publishing company expanded its European presence in 2002 by acquiring Swedish studio Termite Games? Time's up. The answer is Project 3 Interactive BV. Question number 2. What was the new name adopted by Bohemia Interactive in 2002? Time's up. The answer is Senega Czech. S.R.O. Question number 3. Which 2002 title was released for MS-DOS worldwide and featured a satirical narrative theme? Time's up. The answer is Hank's Quest, Victim of Society. Question number 4. Which downloadable DOS horror-themed release from 2002 involved a very shady forest? The answer was Dark Woods, 2002 DOS download release. Question number 5. Which controversial 2002 action game launched on PlayStation 2 in the United States featured large-scale riot scenarios. Time's up. The answer is State of Emergency for the PlayStation 2, United States. Bonus lightning round. What market segment did Project 3 Interactive strengthen through its acquisition? Time's up. The answer is European PC publishing, particularly simulation and tactical games. Finally, next question for the lightning round. Which era saw significant restructuring in European PC publishing? Time's up. The answer is the early 2000s. How many did you get correct? Let us know in the comments. Video game history years. The date of this podcast episode is Sunday, February the 22nd, 2026. Here are today's selectable years loaded into the randomizer. 1991, 35 years ago. 1995, 31 years ago. 1998, 28 years ago. 1991, 27 years ago. 2001, 25 years ago. 2002, 24 years ago. 2005, 21 years ago. 2006, 20 years ago. 2007, 19 years ago. 2008, 18 years ago. 2010, 16 years ago. 2011, 15 years ago. 2012, 14 years ago. 2013, 13 years ago. 2014, 12 years ago. 2015, 11 years ago. 2016, 10 years ago. 2017, 9 years ago. 2018, 8 years ago. 2019, 7 years ago. 2020, 6 years ago. 2021, 5 years ago. 2022, 4 years ago. 2023, 3 years ago. 2024, 2 years ago. And 2025, 1 year ago. Now it's time to compute the years into the randomizer.
10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And spin the wheel. Round and round and round she goes. When she stops, nobody knows. And the time warp stops on 2024, 2 years ago. We're about to jump back 2 years, right after this brief break. We're back. Welcome to the year 2024, a period marked by a strong indie presence across itch.io and Steam, growing VR experimentation on Meta Quest, strategy game revivals, cozy simulation trends, Japanese franchise nostalgia, and expanded digital storefront dominance. Industry news. Early 2024 snapshot. Early 2024 saw continued consolidation across mid-tier publishers, strong indie launches via itch.io and Steam Early Access, VR content diversification beyond horror into exploration and social experiences, deluxe editions becoming common post-launch monetization strategies, Nintendo Switch maintaining strong third-party digital support, and cross-platform digital launches becoming standard practice. Now, let's dive into the releases. Featured games of February 2024. First game we have on our list is Nyanvi. That's spelled Nyanvi. for the Nintendo Switch worldwide. A physics-based multiplayer action game centered around elastic, cat-like characters battling in zero-gravity arenas. Fast, chaotic, and clearly designed for local party play. It reflected the enduring popularity of physics-driven indie chaos. Next on our list of games, we have Aery, A-E-R-Y, Stone Age. Aery Stone Age for the Nintendo Switch multi-region. Part of the tranquil Aery Flight Exploration series, this entry transported players to prehistoric landscapes. No combat, just peaceful exploration, collectible gathering, and relaxing music. A perfect example of the cozy gaming wave. Next, we have Cove Chrome for the itch.io browser. A stylized, experimental browser game demonstrating how lightweight, web-based releases continued thriving in indie communities. Next on our list of 2024 games, we have Turlock Holmes for the Steam Mac. A comedic detective adventure blending parody and puzzle solving. Indie developers continued embracing narrative-driven mystery design on niche platforms like Mac OS. Next, we have Demonio, itch.io Windows. An experimental indie horror release emphasizing atmosphere over spectacle, reflecting the continued strength of micro-budget horror on itch.io. Next game on our list, we have Garden Life for the Xbox One worldwide. A relaxing gardening simulation focusing on plant cultivation, customization, and calm pacing, further cementing cozy simulation as a dominant genre trend in 2024. Next game on our list, we have Solium Infernum for the Steam on the Windows PC. A revival of the cult classic political strategy game set in hell. Deep diplomacy, turn-based scheming, and long-form strategic planning appeal to hardcore strategy fans. Game Center CX, Arino no Chuzan Ju 1+2 Replay for the Nintendo Switch Japan. A nostalgic compilation based on the long-running Japanese TV series where comedian Shinya Arino attempts to clear retro games, a celebration of retro gaming culture itself. Pacific Drive for the Steam Windows PC computer. A survival driving game set in a surreal exclusion zone, combining roguelite mechanics with vehicle customization and atmospheric storytelling. It became one of the most talked about indie survival titles of 2024. Pacific Drive, Deluxe Edition for the Epic Games Store on Windows. Expanded cosmetic and bonus content release reflecting the era's post-launch deluxe packaging strategy. Next on our list, we have Stranger Things VR for the Meta Quest, a virtual reality expansion of the Netflix franchise, placing players inside the Upside Down. This highlighted IP-driven VR experimentation in mainstream entertainment. Next on our list, we have Yohane the Parhelion, Nomazu in the Mirage for the PlayStation 5 US. A fantasy spin-off set within the Love, Live! Universe, blending deck-building mechanics with RPG progression. Next we have Shin-Chan, Shiro and the Coal Town for the Nintendo Switch, Japan. A charming narrative adventure based on the long-running anime series, focusing on story-driven exploration. Next on our list we have SCP: The Expedition, Steam Early Access, Windows. A cooperative horror survival experience inspired by the SCP Foundation universe. Another example of community-driven horror ecosystems thriving on Steam. Next on our list, we have NoClip VR for the Meta Quest. An immersive, backrooms-inspired VR exploration experience reflecting internet horror culture, transitioning into full VR spaces. Next on our list, we have Soko Bond Express. Itch.io for the Linux. A clever, chemistry-themed puzzle game emphasizing logic and minimalist design. Indie puzzle creativity remained strong. For Hentai Girls, Sweet Doctor, I have some supplementary research I've done here. Now, it was released for the Nintendo Switch on February 29th, 2024. But according to MobyGames.com, it was released in the Nintendo Switch version in Japan was released on February the 22nd, 2024. Core gameplay and content. Puzzle mechanics. The game features over 30 levels of relaxing, tile sliding, or jigsaw-style puzzles. Character gallery. Completing puzzles unlocks artwork of pretty anime girls. Over 30 in total that can be viewed in an in-game gallery. Visual style. The game uses quote-unquote ecchi, ECCHI style artwork, typically featuring scantily clad anime characters. Technical details. Developer/publisher, published by Pakotime. File size, approximately 198 megabytes. Supported languages, including Japanese, American English, French, German, Italian, Spanish, Korean, and Chinese. Bracket simplified/traditional. Play modes, supports TV mode, tabletop mode, and handheld mode. Critical reception. Reputation. Reviews often describe it as a quote-unquote low-quality or quote-unquote cash grab title due to its extremely simple, repetitive gameplay and limited unique assets. Content warning. While the title uses the word quote-unquote hentai, the Switch version is restricted to sexualized imagery, ecchi, rather than explicit adult content to meet Nintendo eShop guidelines. And finally, on our list of 2024 games for this day, we have Beast: Bio-Exo Arena Suit Team. For the iPhone, version 1.2.1. A mobile arena combat title showcasing ongoing live service patch support in early 2024. (2024) in perspective. What defined early 2024? Indie dominance across multiple storefronts. VR continuing to diversify in genre. Cozy, low-stress gameplay thriving. Strategy revivals appealing to niche but loyal audiences. Franchise nostalgia remaining commercially viable. Digital storefronts fully normalized as primary distribution. 2 years later, we can clearly see 2024 as a transitional phase, not dominated by one mega genre, but defined by a diversity and experimentation. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Video Game History Time Warp Randomizer. I hope you enjoyed our selection of games and industry moments from 2024 for this day on Sunday, February the 22nd, 2026. Next time, who knows where the time warp will land? Until then, keep gaming, keep exploring history, and remember, every year in gaming tells a story. I'm your host, Jeremy from Video Gamers Oasis, and this has been another episode of Video Game History Time Warp Randomizer. Make sure to click the subscribe button to be notified of future episodes and send some likes and feedback in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.